Back to episode 7. Jungkook's luck was with him. This time, since the door was not locked, he opened the door slowly and the room was quite dark. Is he having a bad dream? Jungkook thought and closed the door behind him. And Jungkook was right. Taehyung was on the bed, his eyes shut tightly. Taehyung was screaming and drenched in sweat. Jungkook saw a bottle of pills on the beside table and take a look. It was a sleeping maid. No, Taehyung's voice trembled. Jungkook wasn't sure what he should do. Should he just let them be alone or wake him up? Jungkook chose the second choice. He didn't care if Taehyung will kick him once he knew Jungkook had invaded in his room for sure. But Jungkook wanted to wake him up from whatever nightmare they had. Jungkook couldn't see Tae scared like that. Hey, Taehyung, wake up. Jungkook shook his body and tapped his cheek softly. Jungkook could feel that how terrible Taehyung was trembling. Everything will be okay. Open your eyes. Wake up, Taehyung. Don't go, Taehyung said, with his eyes still closed while gripping the hem of Jungkook's shirt tightly. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here with you, Jungkook said to Tae. Sorry, don't go, Taehyung said again in his sleep. Now Jungkook was on the bed, lay beside Taehyung and hugged him tightly. Jungkook kept telling Tae that he will never leave Taehyung and everything will be okay. Taehyung's trembling body slowly subsided and the mumble began to stop. He sat there like for a couple of minutes until Jungkook heard Taehyung finally breathed calmly and snored softly. Jungkook was staring at his sleeping face and Jungkook didn't know what he was thinking about. His mind was chasing Putty. Once Jungkook realized what he had been doing, he tried to let go of Taehyung's grip but looked like Jungkook couldn't run from the cage. The more Jungkook tried to go away from Taehyung's embrace, the more tightly Taehyung hugged him. Fine, I'll give up. I guess I should sleep here tonight. Don't kick me first thing in the morning once you know we are sleeping together. You are the one who doesn't want to let me go, Jungkook said, and soon he closed his eyes and went to dreamland. Next morning, but bad luck. Jungkook fell from the bed because someone just kicked him out of the bed. Ouch! What was that? An earthquake? Jungkook asked, panic. His dream was vanished just like that because of the outcome. What the heck? Jungkook gasped in pain and tried to sit up. Oh, he groaned again as someone threw the pillow to Jungkook's head. When he looked up, someone who he assumed the one who just threw the pillow was glaring at him. You don't have to kick me to wake me up. Jungkook tried to stand up with pain in his butt. With pillow in his hand, they started to walk to Jungkook and hit Jungkook, who already covered his head. Stop it, what did I do? Jungkook tried to stop him from continuously hitting Jungkook for no reason, but the pillow landed on his morning face instead, hard like a slap. Taehyung was with an attempt to hit Jungkook again, but Jungkook snatched the pillow from Tae and gripped Taehyung's hand. Jungkook pushed Tae towards the bed, hovering on top of him while pulling down both of his wrists. Taehyung's eyes widened for a brief second and his heart leaped all over the throat. Stop it, Jungkook said with his gritting teeth. Taehyung tried to push him away, but Jungkook just gripped Tae more tightly, broke an attempt to fight him back. Knock knock, someone knocked on the door and both looked towards the door before looked at each other. Taehyung, are you awake? I'm coming in. Jungkook immediately let go of Taehyung under him and ready to hide, but it was too late since the door already opened and his sat on the bed awkwardly where Jungkook stood, frozen. Oh, Jungkook, here you are, Mr. Kim said. Jungkook bowed to him and laughed awkwardly. Hi, you. What are you doing here? He asked. Nothing. Excuse me, Jungkook said and walked away fondly, since his butt is still in pain. But as Jungkook to was going to his room, Jimin saw him and smirked at Jungkook. Are you having some naughty egg with Taehyung? Jimin asked. What? Jungkook was shocked. I saw you enter Taehyung's room last night, but didn't see any mark on you. Are you still drunk? Jungkook acted. Then why are you walking so funny way? Jimin was still on with his teaching. Oh, I fell from the bed. We definitely didn't do any naughty thing. We are not doing anything. Taehyung looked like having a nightmare. Last night I just checked on him to make sure he's okay. Jungkook explained. Oh, such a caring person you are, Jimin said, smiling, and Jungkook excused himself into his room immediately. Jungkook's POV mom, the handsome son of yours, looks so messy, I said while facing the mirror, looking at my clothes and my messy hair. Soon I got out from the room and went to the dining room. My Kim family already waiting for me to have breakfast together. Who did I think I am to make them waiting for me? Thinking about that, I started walking fast. Come here, let's eat. Jungkook, Mr. Kim said once he saw me. I bowed to him before went to the sink to wash my hands before sat on the chair beside him. We were eating in silence, not until Mr. Kim began to say something just that made me choke on my food. Jimin gave me the water and I immediately drank it. I'm sorry, but you don't have to. I am just a driver. You don't have to buy me anything, I said, and ignored the pair of eyes staring at me with unsatisfied eyes. It's okay, Jungkook, since Taehyung doesn't have class today. Why don't you go with him to buy some clothes? Mr. Kim said. I looked confusedly at Mr. Kim before looking at Taehyung. He was writing something on his tab. Then he showed it to his grandpa, who says that I want to go with him. That was written on the tab. Taehyung, behave. Mr. Kim said, go buy Jungkook the uniform and some comfortable clothes for him to wear. Mr. Kim said, and I cast Taehyung's eyes while looking into my dirty clothes like agegap. They began to write something again, but his grandpa stopped at Taehyung. I don't want to hear any excuse, he said firmly before let Taehyung finish write his protest. Jungkook, I will be in the reading room. We will go to the moon galaxy around 8:20 a.m. Mr. Kim said, and I nodded understood. He got up from the seat before walk away from the dining room. I gasped in pain when someone kicked my leg under the table. No one else other than the annoying Taehyung. Why don't you ask money from your best friends who really care a lot about you? Taehyung, right on the tab for me. Taehyung's question really made me pissed off. If I show you how much money Jungkook had and what my family was living for, I can guarantee that you will be from getting shocked. I just glared at it and continued eating my breakfast. Taehyung, why you don't have to be rude, you know. That was Jimin. He was protecting me. I think Jimin did protect me, and Taehyung glared at him before he stood up from the chair and left the dining room. I'm sorry for Taehyung's behavior, Jimin said, felt apologetically. It's okay, I said. I was helping Jimin to clean the table and wash in the dishes. Jimin, can I ask you something? I asked to break the silence. It's not like I'm being gossiping, I remark, but I'm just curious. Why Taehyung refused to talk? I asked. For Taehyung, talking is a curse, Jimin said, and I just blinked my eyes confused. What did Jimin mean? I don't really know what happened back then, but Taehyung kept blaming himself for what happened to his parents. Even in his sleep, he is still begging for forgiveness since his parents passed away 10 years ago. Tae changes to a different person. Taehyung and I was used to be so close. He is like my twins, but at one point, Taehyung suddenly treated me like a stranger. He is being rude to me, to Grandpa, to everyone else. Taehyung stopped talking and he kept locking himself in his room. He once even tried to hurt himself because of depression. That's it when Grandpa decided to bring Taehyung to live with us. Even though Taehyung looks so rude and arrogant, but actually he is a good person, Jimin said, and the smile on his face finally returned. Jimin said, I couldn't understand a thing. What happened to Taehyung's parents? Why would they blame himself? And what really happened to Taehyung and his belief that talking is a curse? At first, I thought you and Jimin are siblings. And where is your parents? I'm not from really Kim family. Taehyung's uncle is my stepdad. My stepdad and my stepmom passed away. What? This was why you should stop being so curious, Jungkook. You probably had hope in a bond that someone tried to heal. My parents and Taehyung's parents died in a plane crash. Jimin continued. I am sorry, Jimin. I didn't mean. I apologize. It's okay, Jungkook Hyung. Jimin said and patted my shoulder. I'm going to get ready for my classes. You don't have to drop me, Hyung. I'm going with my friends. Jimin said, and I only could nod and look at Jimin until he disappeared from my sight. Time escape still. Jungkook's POV. We arrived, I said. Once I stopped the car in front of the big building of Moon Galaxy in front of the main entrance. There were at least 10 men in black, including Jin, stood in the row with the familiar face of high corporate, including the chairman, my dad. I wonder who exactly Mr. Kim was because my dad would not usually greet his VIP or BVIP together with the others. I got out from my car staring at them for a moment, especially my dad. I couldn't read his expression. Then I walked to the other side to open the car door for Mr. Kim. Thanks, Jungkook, Mr. Kim said and patted my shoulder. I just bowed my head to him as a welcome. Then I looked up to my dad. There was a silent, slightly soft expression on his face. Mr. Kim and my dad greeted. Wait, more like they were hugging like some old friends. Well, that was unexpected because my dad didn't like his kinship. Mr. Kim whispered something to my dad and made my dad to glance at him. They were not like someone who met for discuss about business but looked like old friends who haven't met for years. My dad bowed his head to Mr. Kim, probably just to show his manners to the oldest. I really couldn't hear anything what they were talking about, but they looked so friendly. Oh, Jungkook, you can go now to pick Taehyung. You wouldn't want him to wait for long, don't you? Mr. Kim said to me, and I just blinked my eyes at him. Isn't Mr. Kim was the one who asked me to be his fake secretary. Now he asks me to go to drop Taehyung. How about the meeting? You asked me to. I tried to say it's okay. Mr.jeon will ask his secretary to give all the important information and dates in advance, Mr. Kim said, and I just nodded awkwardly after looking at my dad's blank expression. Was that expression anger or disappointment that his son is working as a driver? Wait, Mr. Kim, I unconsciously yelled, made all of them to look at me. What time should I pick you? I asked, a bit embarrassed by all the staring. Jungkook, is it? My eyes widened when my dad was the one who talked to me. Yes, I stuttered. Don't worry, Jungkook, my driver will send him later to Kim Group. After the meeting, my dad said, acting like I was really just a stranger to him. So, okay. Then Mr. Kim, my dad, and the other corporate people went inside the building. I let out a frustrated sigh while leaned my back to the car door. I closed my eyes tried to breathe calmly. At least I could show my dad that I can still survive on my own. Jungkook, someone's voice startled me. Everything is under control. You don't have to worry about anything. By the way, don't forget to come to dinner tomorrow's night. Your mom will be there too. She missed you a lot, Jin said to me. I missed her too. I will come later on time, but now I said and pulled his hand. I need to go. I have something else to do, I said after looking at Jin's wristwatch. By the way, what did my dad said after you tell him that I'm working with Mr. Kim? He was as usual quiet. The news did not surprise him at all, Jin said, and I let out a sigh. Oh, and here your phone, Jin said, and give me a new phone. This is much better, I said, while looking at my new phone. At least it's not heavy as the old one that my dad gave me. It was an old design. Thank you, Jane, and happy 5th anniversary for you and Namjoon, I said and patted his shoulder. Thanks, Jungkook. Remember, if something bad happened to my bike, I will make your boyfriend pay for it instead. Drive it carefully, I said, whisper to Jin. Don't worry, and thanks for letting Namjoon borrow your bike. See you later, I said, and bid goodbye to Jin before went inside the car and drove out to pick Taehyung. What do you think about this all and what is wrong with Taehyung? We will get to know all this in future episodes. I hope you will love it. Thanks a lot for supporting and liking this story. See you tomorrow with the next episode. Bye bye.